Welcome to the Salty Chip Podcast, where you're always coming back for more, with your hosts Mackenzie and Isaac.
Welcome back.
Yes. So we have another update with the Kiser family case. Now, Emilie has finally broken her silence, and we have our statement.
Finally. The statement we've been talking about forever. This should have been made a long time ago.
Yeah.
People are saying, what are you talking about?
A statement addressing the specifics of the night, per se, or blaming her husband or this or that.
Nothing to do with that.
A statement about Trig, his life, and what he meant to the family.
Exactly. And just the whole, we're super famous people. This event happened. Sleuths figured out it was us. Like, you need to make an acknowledgement of what's going on, kind of thing. But it's here. It is here.
Yes. So one thing I do want to point out is it is really sad to know that she left for dinner. And by the time when she was driving the 20-minute drive, by the time she got to the restaurant, her son
It was all done already.
Yeah, so it pretty much happened immediately.
Freaking horrible.
So it makes me wonder, were they in a fight? What happened before they left that things just went so downhill? Was he even in a position to be watching the kids? Was he drinking on drugs? What was really going on for him to have such lapse in judgment so early on?
It's crazy.
So,
yeah, and who knows? They could have been, got new kids, new babies. It could have been tense. She's like, I'm out of here. I need a break. Just rushing out. He's pissed off. Who knows what's going on.
Yeah, and I know that we will find out more as time goes on. The redacted parts of the police report, I'm sure, will eventually come out.
Yeah.
And who knows if they will decide to actually press charges eventually.
Yeah. So far, it seems like that's all still, nothing's going to come of that. Just sort of, at least that's the vibe I'm getting from it all.
Yeah, who knows?
But we have the statement.
Yes, so here's the statement.
Let us hear it.
Emilie did get back on her TikTok and on her socials and posted this herself. So, loss of this magnitude feels impossible to put into words. I've spent days, weeks, months trying to find them and also take the time I've needed to digest the loss of my baby. Trig is our baby, our best friend. The light and spirit he brought into this world was bright, pure, joyful, and undeniable. We miss him every second of every day, and continuing forward often feels unbearable. I never thought we would experience grief in this way or the pain of losing him so suddenly. It's a pain, a heartache, and void that no family should ever have to endure. I take full accountability as Trig's mother, and I know I should have done more to protect him. One of the hardest lessons I carry is that the permanent pool fence could have saved his life, and it's something I will never overlook again. I hope amidst this pain, Trig's story will help prevent other children and families from suffering the same loss. To our family, we would not be getting through this without you. The support you have given us, the unconditional love, and the way you show up is something we will never be able to repay or thank you enough for. We truly have the best and most supportive friends and family who have quite literally carried us through this and continue to do so daily. To my audience and the people who have supported us, I cannot thank you enough for the kind messages I have received, for the outpouring love for our family, and for the support you have brought to me in these extremely tough times. The only way through grief is to keep going minute by minute, hour by hour, day by day. In every moment since that day, I've done my best to keep picking myself up. When I started on social media in 2001 as a new mom, my goal was to connect with other moms and find a community. I have found that and so much more through all of you. I found a community, a hobby I love, a job I am so grateful for. I have always been my authentic self on social media and tried my best to share my everyday life honestly, while also being mindful of what I did not choose to share. I now have seen through this tragedy how relationships online lack boundaries, especially in protecting children's privacy. Moving forward, I will be establishing more boundaries with what I share online. In the future, I hope to be in a place to share more about how I am navigating this grief. But right now, all I can say is thank you for the love, compassion, patience, and space you have given us to grieve. I am more grateful for it than ever be expressed.
I think the statement is perfect. It's exactly what needed to be said, and I feel like what people were expecting to be said. You know,
Yeah.
like it's exactly like, and you empathize more with them since they've made that statement. It's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it was just nailed it right on the head. It's perfect.
Yeah.
You know, and I think definitely it has for sure made the whole pool awareness thing like a major topic, and it probably has already saved some other kids from doing it, of people
100%.
like,
Yeah.
okay, we are getting a fence for sure, you
Yeah.
know, kind of thing. Like I've even seen just this sort of story go to corners of the internet that would not be talking about that at all, but even they're like, you need to get a pool fence, like you need to have a pool fence, you know.
It definitely woke up a lot of people to the realities of children drowning every day, and also to be aware of the rules in your county and what is the law and what is not the law. You know, in her county,
And even if
it
it's
was
not the law, even if it's not the law, that you still should do it, you know, kind of thing. Like, it's like you have a responsibility. You don't need to sit around and wait for the law to tell you to do it. You should know, you know, this should be done regardless of if they want me to do it or not, kind of thing. And so I think it's such a tragedy, and it definitely, I'm sure, has already saved some lives of just
100%.
people getting pool fences that otherwise wouldn't have, or people just talking about it, you know, kind of thing.
And, you know, I am sure she replays everything in her head every day
it's
of
horrible.
what she could have done differently. But ultimately, there were many factors that led to Trig's death.
Yeah, nothing is ever one thing.
Yeah.
It's always the accumulation of tons of small decisions that spill over. And it's almost never just one thing. If this was different, it would have been fine. You know, it's like you can always keep going further back, and it's like, well, this could have changed too. This could have changed too. So it's all the decisions you make over time, you know?
It's just such a tragedy. It's really sad. I honestly was in disbelief when I heard that it was Trig. I was like, no way.
That's why I think
no
it spun out so much with like just all the speculation and sort of it becoming a bigger public thing than it otherwise would have, is because like it was just like people on the internet figured out, oh my God, this was them, because she hasn't posted in 3 days, all this stuff, you know. And then just how the whole police report and the first statements being like very defensive and sort of all like law and, you know, kind of thing. Like, so it spun it out way more than it otherwise would have if they sort of like addressed it sooner, sort of how she did in this post, you know, kind of thing, which is just crazy. But I think it was a good statement, and you know, it needed to be done. Like it needed to be done, and it was exactly what needed to be said. You don't need to say anything else than that. Like you said, it's not talking about blame, or it's just about, this is horrible. Like, I don't know how I'm ever gonna get over this. This is a tragedy. We're public people, so obviously all y'all know about this and are wondering what is going on. So like, here's what's going on, you know, kind of thing.
Yeah. So that was our update for the Kiser case, and we will definitely keep you updated as we hear more that comes out.
Thanks for listening.